Hello and welcome to Packet Tracer 7217. This is Whale Hater speaking. We're going to be doing some more access control lists today, so we're just getting things set up here and let's get going. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is denying traffic to the file server. To do that, we need to open up R1 and we're going to get into the configuration terminal. Alright, so the difference in today's access control list that we're doing is we're going to give the IP command first, and that's going to allow us to do some standard access lists. And standard ones allow you to do two things. You can either give it a number or a name. So today we're going to give it a name, and that name is going to be the file server restrictions. Copy, just paste that in there, makes it a little easier on you. Okay, now we're in the configuration mode for the standard network access list. And we're going to give the permits host 192.168.20.4. Now, because we gave that host modifier, we don't have to give a wildcard address. Now, or a wildcard mask. What that would look like if we did do it and we didn't use that host, it would look like this, because we're saying every single octet of this address has to match for it to be permitted. So because we say host, it's just going to say, okay, this IP address is allowed. Everything else is denied. And then we're going to give a deny command, and then we're going to say any, which means all other traffic. If we were going to do it in actual addressing, we just give it the quad 0 address of any address, and then we would give it the wildcard mask of it doesn't matter, because it's kind of inverse from regular subnet maskings where the ones matter, the zeros don't. So these are all ones, meaning it doesn't matter. Whatever address it is, junk it. Goes to the deny pile. But we can forget all that and just type any, which is a lot easier. So that's why we do that. That's what any does, though. It just does that whatever address. Okay, now that's done. Let's exit out of there and let's go to interface fast Ethernet number 1, which should be this interface right there. Yep, right there. So what we're saying is we're going to be doing a IP access group rather. Let's give that paste command. We're going to do that name still, and then we're going to say out. Why are we saying out? Meaning, if you're going to go out this interface, this access group is in effect. So any traffic coming from anywhere going out this interface towards the file server, the router is going to look up through this access control list to see what to do with that traffic. Now remember, we put the more specific address on top and the more general address on the bottom. That's going to matter, and I'll explain it here in a little bit. So that with that command, the IP access group file server restrictions out, we got our 100 points, so we're ready to turn this one in. But let's do some more configuring on here. So let's say end, and we're going to do the copy run start. Save that. We're going to verify the ACL configuration and application to the interface. Now, how do we do that? Show access list. Enter. Now here you'll see the access list that we configured. There's the name of it. That's what it's called. And here's our very first command that we put in. Now, why do we put the more specific commands on top and the less specific on the bottom, the more general on the bottom? Well, because when traffic comes through that port and is going out towards that file server, the router is going to say, okay, starting at the top of the list, does this traffic meet this command? Is it coming from 192.168.24? If yes, permit it. If no, okay, so it didn't match. What are we going to do now? It goes down to the next line. Deny. It denies everything else. Okay, so What if those two were flip-flopped? What if the deny was on top? Again, traffic comes in through the router, starts to go out that interface towards the file server, starts to go out that interface, and it says, okay, there's an access control list in effect on this interface. What are we going to do? It starts at the top of the list and works its way down. So as soon as it gets a match, it's going to do whatever it is it's matched. So if the first thing that says there, deny any, is that a match for any traffic? Dang right it is. So it's going to block that, even if it came from this address. Now, if we were to configure it saying, permit host, even if it was the second thing, it's never going to get through, because that deny any is a more general command, and it's going to come into effect first. So we always put our more specific commands on top and our more general commands on bottom. So that way, the certain hosts or certain networks can either be permitted or denied based on what you want to do. Okay. If you have any questions on that, just comment below the video and we'll get those answered for you. All right. So now we can start pinging things. So with this with this access list working properly, the only one that should be able to access the file server is PC1, if I remember correctly. So PC1 is got that magic IP address. Oh, somebody loves him. Let's see, our file server is this address here. Let's copy that. And if it's working properly, we should be able to ping this and get some replies. First one or two should time out, and that's normal. Okay, look at that. We got it working. Let's try that same command over here. Now look what you're getting. You're getting a reply, but you're getting it from the router saying, sorry, bud, you cannot go over there. Destination host unreachable. You've been blocked. So all traffic going through this router going across that switch or that interface should be blocked. And you guys can do the pings yourself and make sure that's working properly. Well, again, thank you very much for watching. Please comment below with any questions, and always please subscribe. There's so many good videos I'm coming out with, and they're all for your benefit. Peace, guys. Talk to you later.